हम्म। Good afternoon to all. I welcome all the participants in the third session of day 2. There is a small announcement from this side that it is a humble request for from all the participants to please kindly rename your Zoom screen name with your original name. We'll shortly start. Once again, I welcome you all in the last session of day 2. And I wholeheartedly once again welcome Shri E.V. Gireesh ji to speak on our today's topic, that is Science of Happiness. Namaskar, sir.
Namaste, ma'am.
सर मैं आपके कुछ लाइन से आपका स्वागत करना चाहूंगी। खुद ही नाप लेते हैं बुलंदी आसमानों की, परिंदों को नहीं तालीम की दी जाती उड़ानों की। महकना और महकाना तो काम है खुशबू का, खुशबू मोहताज नहीं होती कद्रदानों की। तो मैं इसके साथ यही कहना चाहूंगी कि आपको किसी परिचय की जरूरत नहीं है। जैसा कि आप हमारे साथ कल के सेशन में आपसे हमने बहुत कुछ सीखा और आपने कल के सेशन में बहुत ही खूबसूरती से हमें ये बताया कि हम पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड किस तरीके से रख सकते हैं। और आपसे अनुरोध करूंगी सर कि इस सेशन भी हमारी तरह हम ये सेशन भी हमारे लिए उतना ही बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है और उसी तरह हम इंटरेक्टिव रहें सेशन में सभी लोग। तो आपसे अनुरोध करूंगी कि आप इस सेशन को जारी करें। धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू मैम। आई नीड टू नो योर नेम। आपका नाम बताएं।
अनिमा शर्मा सर। अनिमा शर्मा।
अनिला।
अनिमा, ANIMA, अनिमा शर्मा।
Anima Sharma, ma'am. Thank you so much for the beautiful lines. आपका भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद है। और dear participants, I hope my sound is clear, and I hope that yesterday's session, thank you, Atul. Yesterday's session and today's a couple of sessions, you are taking complete benefit of it. And we will today talk about the science of happiness. And as madam was mentioning that we will have a very interactive session, but just for 2 minutes, we will try to prepare our mind for this session. कोई भी सेशन जब ऑनलाइन की तो बात छोड़ दीजिए, because you know, we have an option whether to mute our video or not. But otherwise, if you have to attend a live session wherein you have to go to a particular place and attend, so we prepare ourselves, you know, the right attire, the right dress, my hairstyle. I mean, I'm not speaking about myself. I mean, I should be, you know, dressed for the occasion, or I would leave my house before time, keeping in mind the travel time so that I reach before the program starts. हम कितनी तैयारी, I'll have my breakfast or maybe I'll carry my lunch so that I can handle the food. But have we ever thought about preparing our mind for any program or preparing our mind for any activity is concerned? And that's where the whole challenge is. And I think this program primarily prepares our mind to for anything and everything is concerned. So, friends, for 2 minutes, I want you to sit back, completely relax your body and your mind, and give very beautiful, soothing, uh, you know, commands to yourself that the next 1.5 hours, I will be a +2 personality. I would look everything, whether it is meaningful or meaningless. But I and the next 1.5 hours, there has to be a good virtue in between. I am preparing myself to learn, to accept, to question my own belief system so that my life becomes very happy. My relationship becomes the emotional bond I have with people becomes stronger. My physical health becomes better. Overall, my life will be peaceful and free from anger and stress. I am a healthy personality. Originally, I am peaceful. I am a very powerful personality. And I look forward for the next 1.5 hours to experience something more profound, which will add value to me and to the society at large. Slowly breathe in and breathe out. As you are breathing in, you're breathing in all positivity and you're exhaling out all the negativity. Thank you. Om Shanti, Namaste, and a very wonderful, bright, lively, lovely, good afternoon. I'm so very happy to meet, uh, you know, interesting, wonderful, lively audience. And today also we will have a lot of interaction. But I have made a PowerPoint presentation, so I hope I would love to share the screen. I'll share the sound. Fine. So friends, just a minute. Yeah. So we will discuss today about the science of happiness. Be ready with your answers on the chat box, because again I'll be asking you plenty full of questions so that we can interact very well, and let's try to understand the science of happiness. And I think by now this thing would have been very clear that we all want to be happy. हम सब खुश रहना चाहते हैं, और लाइफ का पर्पस ही एक ये है, टू एक्सपीरियंस दिस ब्यूटीफुल इमोशन कॉल्ड एज हैप्पीनेस. बट इसके पीछे का क्या लॉजिक है, इसके पीछे का क्या साइंस है, बल हम इसकी खोज में तो रहते हैं, but we don't understand the science behind this beautiful emotion called as happiness. So let's try to probe a lot of things. And friends, you can pose questions between the session also, or maybe during the last 10 to 15 minutes, we will have a Q&A round. So let's try to understand happiness. Making life a pleasure. Now, if you go back and see the signs of happiness, should I make my life full of happiness or should I make my life full of pleasure? इसको थोड़ा सा समझना बहुत जरूरी है. And this is where I think, since we don't see happiness from a scientific acumen or a scientific perspective, that's where I think we make a little, mistake of equating, these things. Let's try to understand. So question number one. So be ready with your chat box. Okay. So, okay, just a minute. Just a minute. Huh? I need to. Oh, let me help myself with the audio and video. Yeah. So, my first question, friends, be ready with your answers. So, is happiness important? Wow, Piyush Mantri says definitely yes. I mean, no doubt about it. Yes, of course, Jyoti says. I mean, wonderful. I mean, it's a very straightforward question. I think anybody and everybody can answer this. Rinjim Sharma, too good. Urvi, Anubhav Soni, wonderful. I'm very happy that you are listening to me and you know what exactly it is all about. So, question number two, Dr. Amit, thank you so much, sir. Yes, always. Is happiness a universal human feeling? Now, when I speak about universal, I mean, it has nothing to do with any religion, a particular caste, a particular sect, a particular mindset, a particular community, a particular region, a particular religion. Oh, wonderful. Bharti Sapra says, Haan ji, sir, bahut zaruri hai. So, is happiness a universal human feeling? Yes. That's what Atullah Anand says. Yes, it's a universal human feeling. So it cannot be bracketed or categorized for any particular caste community. So if it is a universal human feeling, so the science behind that universal human feeling should also be very universal. Wonderful. So the simple answer is very appropriate, and we all know that it is yes. So the third question, is there a scientific basis for happiness? I mean, when we speak about happiness, ये सिर्फ हमारा अपना मान्यता है, बिलीफ है. ओके, मुकुलदास से सर काइंडली स्पीक इन हिंदी. ओके, तो क्या ये हैप्पीनेस जो है मेरा अपना वहम तो नहीं है, या इसके पीछे कोई वैज्ञानिक बेसिस? So is there a scientific explanation to it? And the answer, and most of you, as you are writing, yes, there are a lot of scientific evidences. There are, Arpita Maheshwari, no, happiness is a feeling. Yeah. So if you, I mean, I don't know, why did you write no? Suppose I am depressed. So there is a scientific basis to that depression. So a psychologist studies the science behind depression and would help me to come out of that depression. So from that perspective, yeah. So in my opinion, there is more spiritual basis rather than scientific basis. I mean, yes, I do agree with you, Jyoti, but if it is your perception, then it cannot be universal. Same hona chahiye. Universal means it should apply to everybody. Whether you understand, I don't understand, uh, that's a different understanding. So, is there a scientific basis for happiness? Definitely, yes. Okay. Now this is where I want you to answer it. This was little straightforward question. So if you substitute the word pleasure for happiness, अब आप प्लेजर को हिंदी में क्या कहेंगे? आई मीन आप में से कोई अगर बता सके तो आई विल बी मोर देन हैप्पी। हैप्पीनेस को तो चलो खुशी कह लिया, और यू नो प्लेजर को मैं नहीं समझता हूँ, मुझे मेरे पास वो हिंदी का राइट वर्ड है। आनंद, नो नो नो, आनंद इज ब्लिस। ब्लिस, सुख, चलो ठीक है, वो भी ठीक है। सो आई विल टेक मानिक व्हाट यू से, लेट मी यूज इट एज pleasure. Okay, so let's go with sukh and khushi. Okay, so here we go with it. Is happiness and pleasure the same thing? क्या खुशी और ये जो प्लेजर है, ये एक है? टू गुड, द ऑडियंस इज सच अ स्मार्ट ऑडियंस, और आप सब कह रहे हो नो, वंडरफुल। सो यस और नो? सो ऑफ कोर्स नॉट, नॉट एट ऑल। ज्योति, यू आर अ वंडरफुल इंडिविजुअल, लुक एट हर कॉन्फिडेंस। नंबर टू क्वेश्चन, डू पीपल समटाइम्स इक्वेट प्लेजर विद हैप्पीनेस? क्या ऐसा होता है अज्ञानतावश, नहीं जानने के आधार से हम कभी कभी सुख को और खुशी को मिक्स कर देते हैं? Oh, wow, this is very wonderful. Yes, people do it. And maybe at times even I do it. And I see that, I mean, it's not actually happiness. It's just giving me a pleasure. I equate it with happiness and say, I mean, I'm doing it just because it gives me happiness. So we will go into the nitty gritties of understanding. And question number three, is there scientific evidence that differentiates the two? चलो आपको तो पता है, आप वैसे ही बड़े इंटेलिजेंट और इंटेलेक्चुअल ऑडियंस हो, but is there a scientific evidence for it? And the answer to that question is yes, my dear friends. There have lot of research been done wherein scientists have tried to figure out that yes, there is a difference between pleasure and happiness. So let's try to first differentiate, क्योंकि जब तक हम प्लेजर को और हैप्पीनेस को के बारे में डिस्टिंक्शन नहीं समझेंगे, उसको एक साथ कंफ्यूज हो जाएंगे, देन मेरा पूरा एफर्ट फॉर हैप्पीनेस मे बी वुड बी अ futile exercise. So here we go with it. Okay, what is the basic difference between pleasure and happiness? The first one, pleasure is always short lived, and somebody had written it that at times pleasure is temporary. Bharti Sapra writes happiness is example. What has she written? I feel good to see you, but it's a pleasure to. oh, oh my God, well, you're very smart. So it's a pleasure listening to me, but wonderful. So pleasure is short-lived. Oh, wonderful. Jyoti says it is short-term. And what happens with happiness? Happiness is long-lived. It remains with us for a pretty long time. Second difference between pleasure and happiness, my dear friends, is pleasure is always related to what is called as visceral. Now, what is visceral means? It is primarily experienced through the body, below the neck, or maybe you can call it as the organs. So it is felt in the body. Pleasure is always felt in the Sakshi Naruka says pleasure is external factor, happiness is the nature of the soul. Too good. Absolutely agree with you. No issues on that. So pleasure is visceral, whereas happiness is ethereal. It is something more beyond the sensations of the body. Pleasure is in taking. So right now, I have a samosa, or I have a sweet, or I have a pudding. It gives me pleasure. It's all in the experience of taking. Whereas happiness, now this is where, as someone mentioned, it is more spiritual. This is more, the physical. Very correct. So happiness is in giving. और अगर किसी आत्मा ने, किसी व्यक्ति ने, उषा दीदी might have spoken to you about the real identity. So the moment I give, even if it is something materialistic also, the kind of feeling that I get is not pleasure, it is happiness. So that's where the distinction is. So both happiness and pleasure is a state of mind. It gives me a feeling, but that feeling, whether it is happiness or pleasure, that's what we are trying to understand. Wonderful. Tilak Vijay, wonderful. Eating samosa is pleasurable, but not eating for health reason is happiness. We'll come to that, brother. Oh, hats off to you. You are reading my mind, I suppose. Wonderful. You said it before I could say. Pleasure can be achieved with substances. Yeah, it could be drugs. It could be. I mean, I'm helping one person who is addicted with MDMA, and that is called as an ecstasy drug, and pretty difficult for him to come out of it. It's just pleasure. So it is achieved most of the time through something, whereas happiness cannot be achieved with substances. So the dependency on that substance to consume the taking part, then it is 100% for pleasure. Pleasure is experienced alone. I am drinking, and my wife says, "तुमको क्या खुशी मिल खुशी sorry I'm making it a very simple way. मतलब खुशी अलग है, सुख अलग है. अगर मेरी वाइफ मुझे कहती है कि तुमको क्या मिलता है ये पी करके, मुझे तो अच्छा नहीं लगता. फिर हम बहुत अच्छा बाबा गिरीश का ज्ञान देते, तू भी पिएगी ना तब तेरे को पता चलेगा. अभी तू भी पिएगा ना तब तेरे को पता चलेगा. I mean, what do you get? I mean, what do you get is the sensation, and that experience of that sensation, when I experience all by myself, it cannot be shared. And that is called as pleasure. Happiness is or can be experienced in social groups. Yeah. Vibhakar Patak says, now the difference is dissolved with your kind discourse. Oh, wonderful. Yeah. Happiness is experienced in social group. Babita says, sir, when I achieved gold medal, then what will I feel, pleasure or happiness? Babita, hold your question. I will answer this question at a later point. And then I've missed answering your question. Please, during the Q&A, you can. I think you will get an answer by the time I finish the presentation. The extremes of pleasure leads to addiction. Now this is where pleasure makes things more worse, and that is where we have to have a very clear cut distinction between pleasure and happiness. The extreme, if my dependency on the substance increases day by day and I always want to feel the pleasure, it leads to addiction. It could be addiction because of my behavior. Now when I'm speaking about substances, it is all the abusive substances. It could be behavior also. I'm addicted with a behavior. झूठ बोलने का behavior हो सकता है, या फिर ज्यादा खाने का behavior हो सकता है, या फिर आलस्य का behavior हो सकता है, या फिर टाइम पर काम कंप्लीट ना करने का हो सकता है. It could be any behavior for that matter is concerned, and we will look at that. Happiness, there is no such thing as being addicted to too much happiness. Now this is very interesting, and if you transcend from pleasure to happiness and you go beyond happiness, now that is what I call it as anand. Anand is bliss, and there is a big difference between happiness and anand also. We will discuss it sometime later. Pleasure is now the scientific evidence. What scientists did the experiment is, pleasure is tied to a hormone which my endocrine system will release, is called as dopamine. And dopamine is called as a pleasure biochemical hormone or a neurotransmitter. Now this is where how it is found out. So when I drink alcohol, when I smoke, so the alcohol or the nicotine or whatever substance, it gets mixed in my lungs or in the blood, and it goes to the brain, and it activates the release of the dopamine. And when the dopamine is released, I feel the pleasure. And that's where the scientific evidence comes into picture. Happiness is tied to serotonin. Now, again, it was found through a lot of experiments that whenever an individual is feeling happy, not because of a substance or because of anything, which I'm consuming, what triggered those hormones were serotonin. And serotonin is called as the happy hormone or a happiness biochemical or a neurotransmitter is concerned. Okay, let's look at some more simple differences. Pleasure is momentary feeling that comes from something external, somebody had written it. It is short time concept, whereas happiness, on the other hand, is a state of mind. Most of you know that. It's a reflection of what's going within me. It is long time. So if I'm happy and if that happiness sustains with me for a pretty long time, I call it as happiness. Pleasure has to do with the positive experience of the five senses. आंखों को देखकर अच्छा लगा, कानों को सुनकर अच्छा लगा, खा करके कंज्यूम करके टेस्ट बड्स को अच्छा लगा. Say, for example, I have had a samosa. I felt because I love samosas, I had it, and immediately something went wrong, or I was not feeling comfortable. So, my mom gave me a medicine which was bitter in taste. So, the moment I consumed a bitter pill or that syrup or anything, so the samosa ka taste was short-lived, gone with the wind. Now, because of the bitterness, now I'm not experiencing pleasure is concerned. Happiness, Dr. Amit Singh Rathod says, pleasure is one's wish, will, or choice. Sir, are you asking me this question or you are telling me? If I need to, I mean, it is my will, it is my choice. Whether to consume liquor or not and then experience pleasure is my choice, I would say. So, happiness is also a choice, pleasure is also a choice. Happiness is independent of the five senses. Now, this is where the beauty comes into picture. We will see about it. Many pleasurable things. This is very interesting, friends. Listen to it. And I think, as teachers, as torch bearers, as somebody who can influence the young people, my college students, I think we need to impress upon this to our young generation. Many pleasurable things can interfere with happiness. And in the long run, in the short run, I may feel pleasured. I am feeling really nice about it. But on a long run basis, it does more of the harm than the good. It could be unhealthy food, it could be drugs, it could be binge eating, it could be binge watching, it could be, I mean, a lot of things. I think we all know what I'm speaking about. This is very interesting equation. Many unpleasurable things. अरे अच्छा नहीं लग रहा मुझे. वो मजा प्लेजर को अगर मैं मजा के साथ इक्वेट करूं, मजा नहीं आ रहा है. But in the long run, it can give you wonderful happiness. Like going to school. बच्चे को सुबह उठ को स्कूल जाना अच्छा नहीं लगता है, लेकिन उस स्कूल में जा करके वहां पढ़ करके अपने लाइफ को अच्छा करेगा तो मे बी on a long he'll understand what happiness. Doing exercises, and to be very honest, friends, I am doing because of a little health issue. I go to physiotherapist, and yesterday she put me to a leg press. You are sitting on a chair and there is a weight and you press with your leg. Believe me, today while I'm sitting, my entire thigh is crammed. Now it is paining, it's not giving me pleasure. Is always with the five senses or through the organ. So my thigh muscles are giving me tremendous pain, but a little sacrifice can give me long term happiness because it will strengthen my muscles, and in the long run it can give me long term happiness. It could be job, it could be anything which I'm sacrificing the pleasure, which adds value to. Wonderful. Tilak Vijay says, no pain, no gain. Too good. This is very interesting. Pleasure. Sorry, I mean, it's a wrong English. Pleasure experiences can be achieved through addictions, food, drugs, alcohol, video games, internet. Happiness is achieved, on the contrary, by good health, physical, financial, mental, spiritual. Or somebody said about spirituality, having peace of mind, good relationship, or helping others, supporting someone. You be the reason for somebody's help, somebody's cheer, somebody's smile. Absolutely. Can procrastination be considered as pleasure? If you experience मजा आ रहा है अभी नहीं करके, but long term में तकलीफ हो रही है, तो निशांत, yes, you can consider it as, pleasure is concerned. And I would love to tell you one more thing about the dopamine and the serotonin, friends. And what I wanted to tell you is, if you look at the more my dependency on dopamine, yeah, the more my life is based on pleasure, it will reduce happiness. Then the effort that I have to do to experience happiness, it will take a lot of effort. So there is an inverse relationship between, pleasure and happiness is concerned. So let's try to understand what happiness is all about. Okay, so the science of happiness, make happiness happen. Oh, yeah. Positive psychology is a branch of psychology, as I mentioned, between stress, anxiety. You heard yesterday evening Dr. Sahab speaking about a lot of things. Now he is an expert in it. There is a science of psychology which tries to understand, and this is a very beautiful science. Friends, if you get time, please search the internet. There are a lot of online free courses. It's not to teach somebody, it's just to to be exposed to it. So what's positive psychology is? It's a scientific study of human flourishment for all the good things. It's not about depression, it's not about anxiety, it's not about isolation, it's not about suicide, which looks to be little negative in nature. Vis-a-vis, it's peace of mind, it's happiness, it's positivity. So they are trying to scientifically study how human flourishment can take place, and it's an applied approach to optimal functioning, so that I am working at my optimum capacity. It has also been defined as a study of strength and virtues. Now, if I say in simple terms, positive psychology is similar to that of spirituality. It enables individual, communities, and organizations to thrive. On what basis? Not on the basis of fear, of competition, of putting somebody down. It is based on inner strength. It is based on virtues, values, हमारे अच्छे गुण, हमारे अच्छे मूल्य, हमारे अच्छे अच्छे संस्कार जो है, हमको ऑप्टिमम फंक्शनिंग इंडिविजुअल लेवल पर, फैमिली लेवल पर, कम्युनिटी लेवल पर हमको बेनिफिट देगा. So let's try to go ahead what WHO says, friends. And stress, anger, and happiness, it is all related to mental wellness. And what WHO, World Health Organization, says, mental wellness is defined as a state of well-being in which an individual, बहुत ध्यान से इस पे attention दीजिएगा. There are a lot of gaps in our education system. I'm not trying to disregard it. All I'm saying is, as an individual, can I plug in those gaps to the best of my capacity? So it is a state of well-being in which an individual realizes his or her own abilities. उषा बहन का क्लास, सूरज भाई का क्लास आपने सुना होगा, the power of the subconscious mind. So can I realize? I'm not speaking about the power or the ability based on academics. Fine. I mean, I have complete respects for that. But it is something more beyond that, which can cope, which can help me cope with the normal stresses of life, even difficult and complex scenarios of my life. And my own individual ability helps me to work productively and fruitfully, so that I am able to contribute positively to my life, to my family's life, to my community. It is as simple as that. So, as I mentioned yesterday, I am so called educated, but I smoke. Now, tell me, friends. I am a doctor, but I smoke. I am very well positioned as far as my my professional life is concerned, but then I commit suicide. Now, I think there is a mismatch between this, and that's where I think this missing dimension is. It's a state of well-being, not based on my post, position, caste, creed, nationality, qualification, achievements. Nah, it is based on how I think, how I feel, how I experience things. And if all of them are positive, it will help me to work at the optimum level and contribute to making this world a better place to live. And why this is very emotional, friends? Because mental health includes what? Our emotional state of mind, our psychological state of mind, our social well being, our cognitive personality. And what it does is it will affect how we think, how we feel, how we act. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. Babita is asking me a question, friend. Why people commit suicide? Babita, I'll answer it because it's little off the topic, but I'll definitely. And if I need to tell you very simple terms, with what you call, I mean, with respect to all those people who have had these kind of incidents wherein a near and nearby somebody has committed suicide, I understand their emotional pain. But if I need to tell you very simple, if I have to give you a spiritual understanding, a weak mind will only think about this. If at all somebody has to commit suicide, it's like, you know, I don't enjoy life. I fear life. I fear facing you. I fear talking to you. I fear, you're matching your expectation. Now, I don't want to deal with all those things. भागो. कैसे भागना है? अपना ये physical life को मार करके. I lack strength with respects to everybody who might have directly or indirectly impacted by it. So, how to handle stress and relate to others and make choices. Somebody wrote about choices. You know, I'll tell you, I was doing a program with Indian Oil Corporation. So one officer asked me a question, Gireesh, what is the most important thing in one's life? सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज मानव जीवन में क्या है? मैंने कहा सर हमारे अपने choices. My choice to lead a miserable life or my choice to lead a profound, satisfied, contented life. So, mental health is important at every stage of life, from childhood to adolescence to adulthood and old age. And I think as teachers, we also should be exposed because we are just not handling a subject. Now, when I'm subject means it's not mechanical engineering or engineering drawing or heat mass transfer or discrete mathematics. I am also handling 60 student. Now the 60 student thinks, feels, acts. And if I can influence them positively, believe me, you will become the most wonderful person on earth. So, from this perspective of mental health, stress, anger, and what WHO says, let's try to understand happiness. So, my next question, friends, please write on the chat box. Happiness के लिए मुझे wait करना है या कल्टीवेट करना है? मुझे इंतजार करना है या मुझे उसको क्रिएट करना है? ओह वंडरफुल. आप लोग है ना, आधा से ज्यादा मेरी क्लास तो आप लोग जानते हो. वंडरफुल, यू आर टू गुड. कितनी अच्छी बात है. ओह माय गॉड, देयर इज नो डाउट अबाउट इट. दिस इज इंटरेस्टिंग. आप लोग है ना मुझसे अच्छा लेक्चर ले सकते हो. टू गुड. देन माय क्वेश्चन इज, व्हाई डू आई सफर राइट नाउ? And I'm waiting for the lockdown to get over, waiting for COVID to go, waiting. I'm not speaking about you, the audience, I'm speaking about the rest of the whole world. Because आप लोग तो बड़े अच्छे हो, आप लोग तो वेट कुछ करोगे नहीं. यार मेरी शादी नहीं हो रही है, कोशिश कर रहा हूं लेकिन मेरी पसंद की लड़की नहीं. चेहरा तो देखो, Oh my God, then you are waiting for an event to happen called as marriage, or for that matter, a married couple waiting to have a child, and for some reason, medical reason, they are not having a baby. And both of them are unhappy, both the parents are unhappy. आई एम सर, मैं इतना मेहनत कर रहा हूँ, हमारे पास बहुत सारे डॉक्टर्स हैं, आई मीन डॉक्टर इन द सेंस इन द ऑडियंस, यू नो, पीएचडी डॉक्टर. सर, आई एम स्ट्रगलिंग वेरी हार्ड टू कंप्लीट माय थीसिस वर्क बट इट्स नॉट हैपनिंग. इसको खुशी में से तो भी बोल सकते हैं ना, प्लस टू में से भी तो बोल सकते हैं ना. सर, थोड़ा टाइम लग रहा है लेकिन खुशी में है. वो क्यों नहीं हम बोल पाते? Why do I wait for something or for a future to experience happiness? And that's what I would give you few questions. Aarti, you can, I mean, everybody can listen to me. Okay, so, oh, sorry, external. We are running behind. I thought my audio and video is lagging. I'm so sorry, Aarti, because we are running behind external happiness, not internal. Too good. This is interesting. Okay, so friends, let's try to understand the science of happiness. I'll give you a few equations. These are very beautiful quote, and please write it down on a piece of paper and read it every time. And this is what spirituality is. Number one, it is not how much we have, but how much we enjoy with what we have, that makes happiness. Simple. अब सारा हमारा प्रोग्रामिंग, परसेप्शन, बिलीफ सिस्टम बचपन से लेकर अभी तक, क्यों? क्योंकि जब छोटे थे 100 में मुझे 75 मिला तो मैं I was not very happy. My mama was not very happy. My teachers were not happy. And they made only statement, Gireesh, you are such an intelligent student. You are not studying to your fullest. You are not, you know, your full potential. और मम्मी वो तभी एक झापड़ लगा के बोलती है, सर, मैडम को कहती है, मैडम अगर ये चाहेगा ना तो कर सकता है, लेकिन करता नहीं है. मैं छोटा सा गिरीश, 5वीं कक्षा में पढ़ने वाला गिरीश का 500 जीबी हार्ड डिस्क में मम्मा, टीचर, सोसाइटी ने मुझे बता दिया, बच्चा 75% इज पेन, 95 इज हैप्पीनेस. बट कैन आई स्टिल बी हैप्पी? Can I enjoy? Okay, let me do the analysis of why I scored 75. What was the missing aspects so that I could have earned 20 more? What were those gaps? I didn't understand. I didn't do the hard work. Mama should help me on that. But उसके पास कितनी गाड़ी है, उनके पास कितना डिग्री है, उनको कितना पैसा है. I'll give you a very simple example. I think I've shared it with you. I don't know. I was doing a program with a college in Delhi, the women's college. Very beautiful, you know, the entire concept is different. I mean, it's unlike an MBA program. It's a little different. The whole structure is different. They bring in a lot of other, you know, what you call sciences into it. So you get a broader perspective of it. So I asked those girls, what is your expectation after this 2 years of a program in terms of CTC, cost to the company, how much you want to earn? And they said, I mean, 50 lakhs, 60 lakhs. I said, fine, wonderful. I mean, हो भी सकता है, nothing wrong about it. And फिर मैंने उनसे एक प्रश्न पूछा. मैंने कहा, कट ऑफ क्या है? मान लो 50,000 कमा रहे हो महीने का, लेकिन गिरीश मन में ये फिक्स करता है 60,000 के बाद, मैं 50,000 पे हूं अभी, 60,000 तक का मेहनत करूंगा, 60,000 के बाद 60,001 रुपए के लिए आई विल नॉट स्पेंड 1 एक्स्ट्रा मिनट. नो, the rest of the time is for my experience, for my beauty of mind. And I think the young generation, you know, is so confused with this particular word. Second concept, happiness is a gift. And the gift is, you know, natural gift to me. And the trick and the beauty of this gift is to not to expect it, but to delight in it when it comes. So it comes tomorrow, the baby is coming tomorrow, the marriage is coming tomorrow, good health is coming day after tomorrow, my promotion is coming after 3 years, my PhD is going to come after 7 years. Okay, let it come. But to delight in it when it comes, that means I'm not anxiously waiting for it and sacrificing my present. I mean, that's the beauty of it. And this can only happen when I have spiritual powers. Any amount of logic doesn't work here, friends. It's not about, I know smoking is bad. I know it is carcinogenic in nature. I know it is addictive in nature. I know it will cause, उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. It requires just 1 second of +2 statement. 1 second of power, 1 second of determined thought. And that power comes with my spiritual power and the supreme power. The only thing that will make you happy, and the beauty is being happy right now, with who you are as an individual, with what you have, with no hair on the top, and not who people think you are. And यहाँ पर मैं आपको कहूँगा, we are all caught up with one formula. Am I looking good? लोग क्या समझेंगे, लोग मेरे बारे में क्या सोचते हैं, लोगों के कारण ही सारा प्रॉब्लम. मैं जो हूं, जैसा हूं, उससे मैं खुश नहीं हूं, लेकिन लोगों के लिए मैं जीता हूं. Am I looking good? And in the process of not only at the physical level, friends, it could be anything, academically also. It's trying to impress the whole world. So am I looking good? Number one. And number two is, in the drivenness of looking good, I sacrifice feeling good. Happiness is a feeling. And feeling good will only come when I am good, originally. And that's where spirituality comes. The original values of love, of care, of help, of cooperation, of peace, of courage. और जब I am originally like this, guaranteed you will always feel good. And if you are feeling good, I guarantee you will look good. Even with no hair, even with a black face, even with a big fat body, irrespective, even without qualification, even without money, even without achieving externally anything in the world, but you will look good. People बोलेगा इसके पास है कुछ नहीं, लेकिन बंदे में दम है. कमाल है. गांधी जी में दम है, था कुछ नहीं. अब वो पावर कहां से आया? बिकॉज I am good. Non-violence is me, through peace. And he lived that life. Just for an example, friends. Okay? Yeah. The last equation, I suppose. A job is a job. ये भी बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है. हम सब लाइवलीहुड में फंसे हुए हैं. लाइवलीहुड के चक्कर में लाइफ नहीं है. We are all only focused on survival, not on life. A job is a job. It's a way to pay for a living. And that's it. Don't let it define your happiness. You work to live, not live to work. Work on what makes you happy. And spirituality gives you. इसका ये मतलब नहीं है नौकरी छोड़ देना है, परिवार को नहीं संभालना है. कैसे नौकरी करनी, किस माइंडसेट से नौकरी करनी है. टेंशन में रहकर भी कर सकते हो, गुस्सा होकर के भी कर सकते हो, और इजी होकर के भी कर सकते हो. So be happy with what you have while working for what you want. This is the ultimate formula. So if I ask you a question, friends, now again interactive session. Now I want you to answer this question. What is the basis of happiness? Please write down your answers on the chat box. What is the basis of happiness? Contentment, satisfaction. Oh, wonderful. You are really intelligent people. ये जितने लोग भी लिख रहे हैं ना, satisfaction, inner contentment, wonderful, wonderful. I would request your respective institute, your respective colleges, next month salary in your bank account, we will credit you only satisfaction and contentment. We will not give you 20,000 rupees, 50,000 rupees, 80,000 rupees, whatever is your take home salary. चलेगा? खुश हो जाइए. तो इंटरनल फीलिंग है ना, पैसा ना भी मिलेगा तो इंटरनल फीलिंग को अच्छा कर लीजिए. तब पता है लोग क्या बोलते हैं, ना 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 पैसा भी चाहिए भाई. ऐसा थोड़ी ना, फालतू में थोड़ी ना काम कर रहे हैं, हमारा घर कैसे चलेगा. तो मूड ही चेंज हो जाता है. बट आई डू अंडरस्टैंड. ठीक है. what you're saying is making a lot of sense, but वो सब गिरीश सर को बोलने के लिए, ठीक है? First, this is what people think. The basis of happiness is getting what you want. And the master formula for getting what you want is this. And I don't know what this means. It's so complicated. Oh God. अब मैंने तो इंजीनियरिंग पढ़ी ही नहीं है, मैंने तो 12वीं तक ही साइंस पढ़ी। अब ये है क्या जी, W0 प्लस W1 प्लस W3, ओ गॉड। एंड देन वी स्टॉप चेजिंग, मतलब छोड़ यार, जाने दे, जैसा चल रहा है वैसे चलो, because the master formula, Girish sir, it is so complicated. No friends, it is not complicated. Second could be, as you all mentioned, it is contentment or satisfaction, santushtata. And you're correct. A lot of people believe money is the basis of happiness. Because until unless I have money, then I don't have my basic needs, then satisfaction would not happen. I was doing a program for Kashmir people in Kashmir, and somebody asked me, sir, हम तो यहाँ दुखी हैं। मैंने कहा क्यों? उन्होंने कहा कि हमको यहाँ पे फ्रीडम नहीं है, हमको यहाँ पर हमेशा बंद है, उसके ऊपर से कोविड भी है, ठंड भी है, आतंकवाद भी है, टेररिज्म भी है। आप जो बोल रहे हैं वो सब हमारे लिए नहीं, हमको यही सब चीजें चाहिए, मिल जाएगा तो हम खुश हो जाएंगे। हमको नौकरी नहीं है, पैसा नहीं है हमारे पास। तो मैंने कहा अगर यही बेसिस ऑफ हैप्पीनेस होता तो जो कंट्री में आतंकवाद की समस्या नहीं है, जो बहुत रिच हैं, जिनमें नौकरी का कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, वो तो फिर बहुत अच्छा होना चाहिए। वहां तो लोग फिर ऑलवेज, वहां पे सुसाइड नहीं होना चाहिए, वहां फिर कोई नेगेटिविटी नहीं होनी चाहिए। If money is, if materialistic things are everything, I'm not saying that you should not have money. You should. So what is the basis of happiness? Kalpana Mani, I'll send you the PPT. Don't worry. Don't write. Only answer the question and listen to it. Okay. Don't worry. I'll send you the PPT. So what is the basis of happiness? Family life. हाँ, अकेला कितना रहेगा व्यक्ति? So let me get married, have a family. She is one person who will support me. I will support her. She will love me. I will love kids, parents. I mean, all those things. ठीक है? So let's try to understand happiness. I'll give you a very simple logic. ठीक है? And I hope you will answer these questions. Since Gireesh is speaking for the last 50 minutes, और मुझे बहुत जोर से प्यास लग रही है. And let us assume you are all sitting in front of me. This is a classroom setup. And one of the participants, we have like Meera. ठीक है? Meera Manoj. So I ask Meera, ma'am, I mean, let us assume she's the organizer. Okay, so I ask Meera that, Meera, can I have a glass of water, please? I'm feeling very thirsty. I'm feeling very tired. I'm sweating because I have been speaking for the last 50 minutes. I need water. And a wonderful, loving, sweet, respectful soul Meera is. And she has got a lot of respect for Gireesh. What she does is, instead of getting a plain glass of water, she rushes to the nearby pantry and glass of water लेती है मीरा, उसमें आधा नींबू निचोड़ देती है. She crushes half of a lemon and then adds a little bit of salt and a teaspoon of sugar, and she makes it little tangy, little tasty, because she has a lot of respect for Gireesh sir. And she gets me that glass of lemon water. Okay. And she, being such a big heart, she doesn't get me that water only for myself, but she brings it for each one of you. Okay. और आप लोगों को प्यास नहीं लग रही है, आप लोग थके नहीं हो, आप लोगों को क्या बोलते हैं, पानी का नीड नहीं है, वो सब गिरीश सर को है. Now my question is, Gireesh has that lemon water. All of you also have that lemon water. You are not thirsty. Gireesh is thirsty. You are not tired. Gireesh is tired. You also have the same lemon water. I also have the same lemon water. Now my question is, please write down your answer in the chat box. Comparing between you and me, गिरीश versus you, हम दोनों नींबू पानी पीते हैं, मुझे या आपको, हम दोनों में से किसको ज्यादा नींबू पानी पीने का सुख मिलेगा? Now sukh is happiness. Girish, oh this is interesting, wonderful. Girish sir को ही लगेगा. Why? Hold on, yes, I got it. Yeah, but why? The question is why? Why not you? Why Girish? Because you needed it, too good, because you were thirsty, wonderful, because you were tired. Now, listen to me very carefully. इसका मतलब है नींबू पानी पीने का सुख का आधार, the basis of happiness through this water, lemon water, is thirsty. You were not thirsty. You had that lemon water. It did not give you that much of happiness. I was more thirsty. I had it. Yeah, I was in need. I had it and I felt really happy. Yes. So, what do I infer out of it? So, what's the conclusion? So, the conclusion is to experience happiness, I should be in pain. I should be in misery. I should be in need. I should be deprived out of it. ज्यादा सुख के लिए ज्यादा दुखी होना, because thirsty is not a pleasurable state. If somebody is thirsty, he or she will not feel very comfortable. So uncomfortable, who is more uncomfortable will experience more happiness. You are less uncomfortable, you will feel less happiness out of it. That is one understanding, and this is what we do. बुरा मत मानिएगा, प्यार की प्यास, गिरीश सर मुझसे कोई प्यार नहीं करता, दुखी हूं, and out of the blue somebody approaches me and shares little bit of love, that gives me complete happiness. प्यार का प्यास, नाम, my name, ego, शान, नाम, मान, प्यार, पैसा, emotional need, physical need, materialistic need, you put all needs into the same category, friends. चाहिए, and चाहिए को when I get, wow, I'm happy. I'll complicate it. Please answer this question. Now, वो मैडम कौन थी who gave me that lemon water? Oh God, I forgot the name also. Okay, it's okay. Let us assume I've got another name, Lakshmi. Okay, so Lakshmi has a lot of love for me, a lot of respect for me. Oh, Meera ma'am. Oh, sorry, Meera ma'am. I'm so sorry. So Meera ma'am, Lakshmi ma'am, sorry, I'll take back Meera ma'am again. Okay, so Meera ma'am has got lot of respect and regard for Gireesh sir. The moment she offered me the first glass of lemon water, I drank it. Oh, current दौड़ गया. I thanked Meera ma'am. Thank you so much. God bless you. You're a wonderful soul. I mean, how do I thank you? I needed it so badly. You gifted it to me. Thank you. And like a typical Indian women or Indian culture, हम अपने गेस्ट को या जिसको जो चीज अच्छा लग रहा है उसको और देते हो. खाना पीने का तो फिर छोड़ते ही नहीं है. Suppose you have got a guest in your house, all love, respect, everything is through that, the thali is through that food. So before I could finish my first glass of lemon water, Meera man came with the second glass of lemon water, and the moment I finished my first glass of water, she said, Girish sir, एक और glass ले लीजिए. मैंने कहा नहीं मैडम, बस काफी है, इट्स ओवर, थैंक यू. नो सर, आप कितना देर से बोल रहे हो? आई मीन, यू आर डूइंग सो मच ऑफ वंडरफुल थिंग, प्लीज हैव वन मोर ग्लास ऑफ लेमन वाटर. I said, okay, fine. I mean, since you have done so much of hard work, effort, I will definitely have. So I have the second glass of Nimbu water. Question number 2, friends, write it on the chat box. Girish sir ko first glass of Nimbu water versus second glass of Nimbu water. Oh, Simi, you have understood it. पहला ग्लास का happiness vis-a-vis second glass of happiness, will it come down or will it remain? सेकेंड ग्लास से और ज्यादा हैप्पीनेस, क्या बात है, गुड। अच्छा, डाउन 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 डाउन, oh, this is going to get more complicated, friends. Before I could, thank you so much, before I could complete the second glass of lemon water, Meera ma'am was ready with the third, then I had the fourth, then I had the fifth glass of lemon water. Now tell me, friend, fifth glass of lemon water may how much percentage of happiness, or it will be, oh God, you got it, irritating me. It would suffocate me. I would love to vomit it out. It would be very uncomfortable for me. So can I ask you a question? Happiness should, with the passage of time, listen to me very clearly. Yeah, Aarti Arora, very good. Lost happiness. Sumedha Gupta, too good. Now, happiness should remain or it should go down as life progresses. And that's what is happening. Now, if I ask you a question, should happiness be an always concept or it is a sometime concept? I repeat, happiness should be or is an always concept or a sometime concept. कभी खुशी कभी गम, कभी दिन कभी रात, क्योंकि जीवन है, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज है, फैमिली है, कोविड है, लॉकडाउन है, सरकार है, बाजू वाले हैं, पॉलिटिक्स है, ईगो है, डर है, टेररिज्म है, क्या बोलते हैं, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट है, एक्सपेक्टेशंस हैं, मेरा फैमिली टू टेक केयर है, जॉब का पता नहीं है, इन सबको देखते हुए नाउ टेल मी दिस इज व्हाट लाइफ इज. I mean, I don't make this life, right? It is how it is. Now, happiness should be an always happy रहना है मुझे, या based on these circumstances, my happiness is sometimes happy, sometimes not happy. So, Shaista rights should be always considered, but not possible. And that's what my question is. Is it possible? चलो possibility को पीछे छोड़ दो. It should be an always concept, friends. Can I ask you a question? Friends, please write it on the chat box. Safety. I'll speak about road safety. Forget about happiness. Aditya Saxena says happiness is not constant. Okay, we will work on to it. Now tell me, sir, madam, safety. Always safety or sometimes safety? यहां तो कोई डाउट नहीं है. अरे सामने वाला शराब पीकर गाड़ी चला रहा है सर. बट माई एफर्ट should always strive for always safe. Now look at the distinction, look at the clarity. With safety, road safety, wearing a helmet, wearing a seat belt, driving at a limited speed, or following all traffic rules and regulation, always. You don't follow, you will be booked under law. But when it comes down to happiness, look at the kachra, look at our own mindset. ना 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 ना, ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है जी? हम हमेशा हेलमेट कैसे पहन सकते हैं जी? हमारा हेयर स्टाइल खराब हो जाएगा. कुछ लोग तो बोले टकलू तेरा तो हेयर ही नहीं है, तो स्टाइल कहां से खराब होगा? माय गॉड. When it comes down to, I'll ask you another question. Success, SUCCSS, always concept, sometimes concept. मम्मी पापा बच्चे से क्या चाहते हैं? आपका 10th स्टैंडर्ड का बच्चा आकर बोले पापा पिछले साल मैं 10th में चला गया हूं, टिल 9th स्टैंडर्ड मैं हमेशा फर्स्ट रैंक आया हूं. Why am I sharing this experience, friends? Because people come up with such weird argument. You know what people tell me? Gireesh, जब तक दुख नहीं होगा ना, सुख का मजा नहीं आएगा, हैप्पीनेस का महत्व नहीं पता चलेगा, इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ हैप्पीनेस. जब तक अरे रात नहीं होगा, दिन का पता नहीं चले, आई मीन सॉरी, वो रात और दिन इज नॉट इन योर कंट्रोल. हैप्पीनेस इज माई चॉइस, हैप्पीनेस इज माई प्रोरोगेटिव, हैप्पीनेस इज माई डिसीजन. आई +2 इवन इन हेट्रेड एंगर, यही तो प्रॉब्लम है. So the child comes and says, Papa, till 9th standard I've always stood first rank. फर्स्ट रैंक का सक्सेस का ना मजा नहीं आ रहा है, वैल्यू नहीं पता चल रहा है, इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं पता चल रहा है, इसीलिए 10वीं में एक बार फेल हो जाता हूं. पापा बोलेगा वेरी गुड, +2 फेल होके दिखा. हेलो, always successful, always safe. So when it comes down to happiness, why my logic, you know, क्या कहूं मैं, hijacks my originality of what life is. So friends, from today onwards, my mindset has to be happiness is an always concept. It has to be like that. Happiness should not wane down, as happiness is not economics. It's not based on the law of diminishing marginal utility theory, that as you start consuming more of nimbu pani of a commodity, the utility derived from each successive unit goes on diminishing. Sorry, happiness is not a commodity. With due respect, let me relate it to life. Please don't take it personally, friends, but I'm making it a point here. With due respects to whosoever is a party to my story. ठीक है, पहला ग्लास नींबू पानी, वाह, करंट दौड़ गया. फिफ्थ ग्लास ऑफ नींबू पानी, इरिटेटिंग, वॉमिटिंग, नो हैप्पीनेस, दुख, अनकंफर्ट. डोंट, right? This is how it happened. Let me give you an example. First year of marriage. Oh, क्या आनंद है, oh, क्या रिस्पेक्ट है, हाँ, क्या सम्मान है. After 10 years of marriage, I'm not saying that every marriage is like that, but by and large, friends, I'll give you something, an example which happened with me prior to the lockdown. These two families got their children married. I mean, big shots in Mumbai. They might have spent almost around 3 crore rupees in the entire marriage. I mean, for me, 3 crores is too big an amount, to be very honest. 3 crores. The gifts they gave it to the people who came to attend that marriage, the invitation card had a gold something, 3 crores 2 years back. And what is the sorry state? Within 1 month, I'm just not exaggerating this, 1 month the girl came back home and said, मेरे को नहीं रहना उसके साथ, वो ठीक नहीं है, ये ठीक नहीं है, मदर इन लॉ ऐसी है, फादर इन लॉ ऐसे, ये ऐसे, हस्बैंड ऐसे, मेरे को वहां फ्रीडम नहीं है, मुझसे करवाते, जो भी था. With due respect, husband and wife, they are going the family way. बच्चा चाहिए, भगवान, गणपति, अल्लाह, सब भगवान भगवान, बच्चा 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 मिल गया. आज 10वीं में पढ़ने वाले बच्चे को लेकर मम्मी आकर कहते, सर नाक में दम कर रखा है. अब वो इरिटेटिंग हो चुका है. सॉरी, योर चाइल्ड इज नॉट अ कमोडिटी, मैरिज इज नॉट अ कमोडिटी. हर चीज को हमने नींबू पानी बना दिया. अनफॉर्चुनेटली हमारा लाइफ का दृष्टिकोण सब कुछ उसी में. तभी गुस्सा आ रहा है, तभी इरिटेशन हो रहा है, तभी हमको स्ट्रेस हो रहा है. एंड आई थिंक उषा बेन माइट हैव टोल्ड यू, दैट्स वेयर द होल प्रॉब्लम इज. द रॉन्ग आइडेंटिटी, द रॉन्ग होल्डिंग ऑफ एवरीथिंग. हमने सही तरीके से पकड़ा ही नहीं है. सेफ्टी के बारे में पूछा तो ऑलवेज सेफ्टी. आपका घर में, मेरे घर में चोरी हो गई, मैं पुलिस थाने में गया और मैंने कहा पुलिस इंस्पेक्टर FIR लिखो. आप समझते क्या हो? अरे यार, सिक्योरिटी गार्ड नीचे है, आप लोग का यहाँ राज चल रहा है और हम घर तोड़ करके कोई चोरी करके लेके जाता है. तो पुलिस इंस्पेक्टर ने कहा, गिरीश शांत हो जाओ, आप इतना जोर से मत बोलो, रिलैक्स, आई नो यू आर इन पेन, प्लीज. एक कांस्टेबल को कहा, इनको पानी पिला. मैंने कहा पानी वानी नहीं पीना मेरे को मेरा जो खोया हुआ चीज वो चाहिए. तो पता है इंस्पेक्टर साहब क्या कहते हैं? हर दिन तो चोरी नहीं होती ना, कभी कभी चोरी होती ना, तो चलता है. कभी कभी दुख चलता है ना, कभी कभी गुस्सा चलता है ना, कभी कभी रोना चलता है ना, कभी कभी स्ट्रेस चलता है ना, वो तो नेचुरल है ना. ऑलवेज हैप्पीनेस नहीं प्रॉब्लम है, लेकिन ऑलवेज घर सेफ रहना चाहिए. हमारे घर में कभी भी चोरी नहीं होनी चाहिए, नहीं तो हम सीधे पुलिस वाले को कंप्लेन कर देते. कमाल है. कभी चोरी नहीं होनी चाहिए. लेकिन कभी दुख चलता है, कभी टेंशन चलता है, कभी कभी हम आपे में आकर के हम गुस्सा कर दे चलता है। अरे कहां चल, किसने, कौन से किताब ने, कौन से टीचर ने, कौन से मम्मी पापा ने आपको बोल दिया कि चलता है? और अगर उन्होंने कहा है तो यू डिडंट क्वेश्चन देम। आज आई विल क्वेश्चन दैट पुलिस इंस्पेक्टर, थाना इंचार्ज, अरे कैसे चलता है? आप लोग का लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन क्या है? नहीं चलता है। आई विल कंप्लेंट इट टू माई, क्या बोलते हैं, काउंसिलर, उनको बोलूंगा ये पुलिस वाले इंस्पेक्टर को बोलो टाइट करने के लिए सिक्योरिटी। नहीं चलता है। ऐसे ही लाइफ में दुख, अशांति, चिंता, भय, परेशानी नहीं चलता है फ्रेंड्स। क्योंकि मैं आईआईटी पढ़ रहा हूं इसीलिए टेंशन है, ये कौन सा लॉजिक है? क्योंकि मेरी शादी नहीं हो रही इसीलिए स्ट्रेस्ड आउट हूं, और ये कहां का लॉजिक है? क्या प्रबंध कर लिया, क्या प्रैक्टिस कर लिया, क्या मेहनत कर लिया, क्या एफर्ट कर लिया? करना कुछ नहीं है, रोना है, परेशान रहना है, दुखी रहना और बस बोलते रहना वो ठीक नहीं है, समाज ठीक नहीं है, लोग ठीक नहीं है, टीचर्स ठीक नहीं है, मैनेजमेंट ठीक नहीं है, बच्चे ठीक नहीं है, मीडिया ठीक नहीं है, इंटरनेट ठीक नहीं है, जमाना ठीक नहीं है। हम ही भैया दूध के धुले हुए बैठे हुए। विद ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट, सॉरी फ्रेंड्स, दिस इज नॉट हाउ the new generation should look at life. And for little things we have become so impatient. मतलब व्यक्ति को 1 मार्क्स का, मैंने हैंडल किया है फ्रेंड्स इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज के बच्चों का, 1 मार्क से वो सेकंड रैंक में आ गए, उसका मुंह ही उतर गया। और यार हम जब पढ़ते थे तो हमको 50 से ज्यादा मार्क्स मिल जाए तो हम तो मिठाइयां बांट देते थे, और इसको 99 का 98 से वो दुखी होकर के रो रही है। माय गॉड, I'm not comparing that today's generation and my generation, but what I'm trying to say is that we have become so sensitive. Life is not diminishing marginal utility theory. Health, always healthy. Always आपकी इम्यूनिटी स्ट्रांग होनी चाहिए। कोविड हो, सार्स हो, कोल्ड हो, कुछ भी हो, आपको नहीं होना चाहिए। Always my heart should be healthy. वो वैसे ही इमोशनल लेवल पर मेंटल प्रॉब्लम, मेंटल चैलेंज, मेंटल क्रिएटिविटी के लिए भी पीस ऑलवेज, हैप्पीनेस ऑलवेज, एंड इट इज माय चॉइस। बट हमारा डिपेंडेंसी ऑन द नींबू पानी। विद ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट, आई टेल यू 3 formulas. So the basis of happiness, believe friend, family, satisfaction, contentment, money, सब ठीक है, मैं नहीं बोलता हूं वो गलत है, but the real basis of happiness is true knowledge. True knowledge, the knowledge of life, the knowledge of spirit की reality, spirituality. शरीर का रियलिटी, मैथमेटिक्स का रियलिटी, ये तो हम समझते हैं, लेकिन आत्मा की रियलिटी जब उसको समझ जाएंगे ना, बिलीव मी फ्रेंड्स, नींबू पानी पहला ग्लास नहीं भी मिलेगा ना, I know now, right now, I will not wait, I will cultivate, because it is in the mind, it is just one thought away, and I create. मैं हूं आत्मा सुख स्वरूप, खुशी की स्थिति में। और वो सत्य ज्ञान जो हमारा ये थॉट लैब JECRC आपको कर रहा है, इट्स ट्राइंग टू एक्सपोज यू टू दिस लाइफ, एंड बिलीव मी फ्रेंड्स, this true knowledge only God gives. This knowledge is not mine. I have limitation. I interpret things. I try to analyze human psychology, try to analyze things. And I can come up with certain research, certain proof, certain data. But the true knowledge, the creator, उसको अल्लाह कह लो, वाहिगुरु कह लो, भगवान कह लो, नेचर कह लो, ईश्वर कह लो, जो भी कह लो, लेकिन वन सुप्रीम एनर्जी, वो हमको ज्ञान देता है। So I'll give you 3 equations. These 3 equations will set it right. Number 1, whatever is happening around me can be determined by somebody else, but whatever is happening within me, I should determine. सामने वाला गाली दे रहा है, सामने वाला अप्रिशिएट कर रहा है, सामने वाले को ज्यादा मार्क्स मिल गया, सामने वाले को कम मार्क्स मिल गया, सामने वाला मुझसे ज्यादा अच्छा है, सामने वाले की शादी हो रही है, मेरी नहीं हो रही, सामने वाले को बच्चे हो रहे, मेरी नहीं हो रही, सामने वाला अच्छा दिखता है, मेरे नहीं दिखता हो, सामने वाला जो भी है वो बाहर हो रहा है। यहां क्या चल रहा है, इसका यहां क्या चल रहा है, ओनली 1% शुड डिसाइड। और यहां भी क्या चल रहा है, वो सिचुएशन, सर्कमस्टेंसेस अगर डिसाइड कर रही है, तो फिर तो आई एम अ स्लेव टू द अदर पर्सन एंड सिचुएशन। देन आई विल हैव टू वेट फॉर हैप्पीनेस टू हैपन, देन आई एम नॉट कल्टिवेटिंग। इफ इट इज रेनिंग आउटसाइड, आई विल वेयर अ रेन कोट, मैंने मेहनत की अपने ऊपर बचने के लिए। इसी तरह फाइनेंशियल बारिश, रिलेशनशिप का बारिश, फ्यूचर का अननोन का बारिश, कोविड का बारिश, हेल्थ का बारिश, किसी भी प्रकार का बारिश हो, कैन आई वेयर अ रेन कोट that the externalities is not impacting my inner state of mind? Meditation helps you, number one. Number two, very important, I who thought that I have complete control of my life realized that I can control only three things, friends. यही सब फंडामेंटल एरर्स हैं जिसकी वजह से हम हैप्पीनेस को नहीं समझ पाते, प्लेजर, हैप्पीनेस, टेम्पररी, वो सब में कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं, हमको समझ में ही नहीं आता है. एंड आई कैन कंट्रोल ओनली थ्री थिंग्स. ब्रह्मा कुमारीज में आने के बाद, after 23 years, when I was doing my MBA program, thanks to Brahma Kumaris who, you know, told me that Gireesh, you can control only three things. Is number one is my thoughts. Number two is the images or the attitude that these thoughts create. And number three is the actions that is derived out of it. और अनफॉर्चुनेटली मैं कभी भी ऑलवेज हैप्पी नहीं रह सकता हूं. अगर ये तीनों ही में से एक भी चीज मेरे आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल होगा ना, तो बिलीव मी, आई विल बी अ स्लेव टू पीपल, टू सिचुएशन. क्योंकि माई एक्शन इज नॉट बेस्ड ऑन माई चॉइस. माई एक्शन इज अ derived response on how you acted with me. You are loving, I will love you. You are negative, you hate me, I will also hate you. और हमने कल देखा था +2 कैसे करना है. वो हेटफुल वाइफ, नॉट हेट, बट वो वाइफ कितनी एजिटेटेड थी, लेकिन आई लव माई वाइफ, इट्स माई रिस्पॉन्स, माई थॉट इज इन माई कंट्रोल, द इमेज दैट आई क्रिएट अबाउट माई वाइफ एंड द एक्शन चुप, वेरी पीसफुली, आई एम सॉरी. और माई फोन गॉट डेड, मेरे को बिल्कुल टाइम मिला. पीसफुली से इन कंट्रोल डू द एक्शन. आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल मतलब मेरा मन ही मेरे कंट्रोल में नहीं है. एंड अनफॉर्चुनेटली विदाउट दीज थ्री थिंग्स इन कंट्रोल, आई एम trying to control my destiny, trying to control my future, trying to control others. Very difficult, friends. मतलब इक्वेशन ही बैठता नहीं है. And the last equation, friends, what you should get or do in order to be happy. So if I need to give you a simple example, this is the equation. This is how that entire equation will get fulfilled. Number one is get. और ये get कहां से आ गया है? Thanks to my childhood, thanks to the belief system which was programmed into myself. कितना मार्क्स मिलेगा? Get. What should I get? I'll give you 3 examples or maybe 4 examples. Number one, let us assume Gireesh wants to get lot of money. मेरे को बहुत पैसा चाहिए. ठीक है? Now, पैसे को खाओगे क्या? No. What do you do with that money? Money in itself is a resource, is having power. I can't eat money. So I will do, because it has got some power, I will get the derived benefit out of it. Say for example, doing is traveling. अब पैसा होगा तो ही ट्रैवल करूंगा ना. Now I go to exotic locations, Niagara Falls, Amazon Forest, Vietnam, yeah, Singapore, Australia, सब जगह जाता हूँ. I want to get a lot of money. With that money, the doing is traveling. And I'll click selfie photos and post it on the Facebook, the number of likes, all those things. Then I will be happy. Get money, do the traveling, be happy. Example number 2. I want to get a lot of money. Now let us assume the doing is not traveling. मेरे को इतना कोई इच्छा नहीं है ट्रैवल करने का. But अपने गांव में मैं बड़ा सा घर बनाना चाहता हूँ विथ ऑल कंफर्ट. और फिर मम्मी पापा को उसमें क्या बोलते हैं, कंफर्टेबल उनको रहने का सुविधा बना के देता हूँ. और जब मम्मी पापा के लिए एसी भी होगा, गीजर भी होगा, कूलर भी होगा, हीटर भी होगा, सब चीज होगा. एंड जब मेरे मम्मी पापा कंफर्टेबल रहेंगे, उनको देख करके आई विल बी हैप्पी. आई वॉन्ट टू गेट लॉट ऑफ मनी, make a dream house for my parents, let us assume, or for myself, then I will be happy, right? Third example, which I've already discussed, but I'll make it very, very clear. Number 1, now I want to get a partner. क्योंकि I'm single now, I'm a bachelor. I want to get into a relationship. I want to have somebody who loves me, who will care for me. ऐसा नहीं है कि अभी कोई लोग मेरे को लव और प्यार नहीं करते. मेरा पर्सनल फुल पेटेंट कॉपीराइट on a lighter vein, ठीक है, फुल अधिकार, everything mine. Okay, don't take it seriously. Okay, and let us assume I love this girl, or I get married, arranged marriage, and whatever it is. I get into a relationship. What do I do with this another personality? Wife or a girl, friend, or जो भी है, husband, wife, जो भी कह लो. Now I will love the other person. In turn, he or she will love me. I'll care for her. She or he will care for me. अरे कोई तो है जिसके लिए मैं जीऊंगा, कोई तो है जिसके लिए मैं जल्दी जल्दी घर आऊंगा, कोई तो है मुझे समझेगा, कोई तो है जो मुझे क्या बोलते हैं जज नहीं करेगा, अनकंडीशनली एक्सेप्ट करेगा. आई वांट दैट पर्सन, and that is the doing part of it. And when I and the other partner, we do all these things, love, care, respect, regard, understand, fall back, forgive, then I will be happy. Happiness is a feeling. हो गया, मैरिज भी हो गया. अभी मेरे को आई वांट अ छोटू बेबी, आई वांट अ गिरीश जूनियर, क्योंकि एक ही काफी नहीं है भैया. आई वांट माय आरएनए, माय डीएनए. शी इज अ डिफरेंट आरएनए डीएनए, अगेन ऑन अ लाइटर वेट. मेरा खून, मेरा वंश. चलो ठीक है, मान लिया. So now you have a baby. Now you want to get a baby. What do? Oh God, fatherly love. जब मैं ऑफिस से आऊंगा, छोटू will jump on me. पप्पा मेरे साथ खेलो. Then I will be happy. कोई तो है मेरे मरने के बाद मेरे शरीर को अर्थी अग्नि संस्कार करेगा. वाइफ थोड़ी ना करेगी. Whatever. ठीक है. ओके, हो गया. Now friends, this equation is a flawed equation. And nobody told us. और हम इसी के पीछे लगे हुए. मतलब ऑब्जेक्टिव ही है. पहले मार्क्स कमा लो, गेट लॉट ऑफ मार्क्स, फिर देन गेट इनटू अ जॉब, देन डू दैट वर्क, देन आई विल बी हैप्पी, देन लॉट ऑफ मनी, देन डू दिस, देन आई विल बी हैप्पी, गेट मैरिड, डू दिस, देन विल बी हैप्पी, हैव अ चाइल्ड. सब वेट 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 है. और आपने लिखा कल्टीवेट कल्टीवेट कल्टीवेट. एक ही चीज करना है, बिल्कुल मेजर चेंज नहीं करना है. जो इक्वेशन मैंने बताया था ना आपको, बहुत खतरनाक वाला. नो, इट इज वेरी इजी. दिस इज द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. I don't know whether you could make the difference. And equation 3 says the first thing, replace get and be. Instead of getting first, be happy first. Right now, this moment, मैं आत्मा सुख स्वरूप हूं. With that state of mind, do studies. With that state of mind, write your exams. With that happy state of mind, wait for the result. With that happy state of mind, appear for the interview. With that happy state of mind, clear the interview. With that happy state of mind, even if you're rejected, be happy. With that happy state of mind, reappear. With that happy state of mind, discharge your responsibility, duty in the organization. With that state of mind, your friend is promoted, you are not promoted, be happy. With that state of mind, continue working. With that state of mind, next time get a better promotion. With that state of mind, and I guarantee you friends, you will get what you want. क्या चाहिए आपको? नाम चाहिए? You want to become famous? You want money? You want to be known in the whole world? You will get what you want. You want the best of the best people to come to you. You want the best of the best minds, क्या बोलते हैं, get attracted to you. They will. चित्रा मैम, एक participant, Ulfat Naz, is not able to hear me or see the presentation.
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Oh, sorry. Okay, that's okay. Friends, just instead of getting expectation की जगह पर acceptance. I am by default a happy person. Happy होकर के हर चीज करो. I'll increase my voice. With happiness, and that's what spirituality is. What you are originally, with that state of mind, eat, drink, sleep, everything. With that, do everything, and you will get what you want. You want love from others, थोक के भाव, unlimited supply. नहीं चाहिए फिर भी मिलेगा। यू नो व्हाई? बिकॉज आई एम अ हैप्पी पर्सन। अरे हर व्यक्ति हैप्पी पर्सन को के पास जाना चाहता है, गाली भी दे तो भी खुश रहता है, उल्टा नहीं मानता है, इंसल्टेड फील नहीं करता है, मुंह नहीं फुलाता, उसको समझाना नहीं पड़ता है, अरे ही इज अ हैप्पी गो लकी पर्सन, यार ये बंदा अच्छा है। पॉजिटिव एनर्जी। So be happy, be loveful, be peaceful, be successful right now. Successful is a state of mind. It is not that what I want happens, then I'm successful. What I want doesn't happen, that I'm a failure. मेरे को 90% चाहिए था, 80 मिला, आई एम अ फेलियर। नो, दैट इज एक्सपेक्टेशन। सक्सेस का और फेलियर का वो डेफिनेशन नहीं है। सो लेट्स मेडिटेट फ्रेंड्स, आई हैव गॉट 5 minutes. वी विल डू 1 minute meditation and then we have a Q&A round. Okay, chalo, sit back, relax. Thank you so much. And then we have a interesting Q&A round. I don't want you to close your eyes. I want you to look at the screen. I'll play a beautiful music and beautiful thoughts, +2 wale thoughts. Let me reduce the volume of the music. I hope the volume is clear. Chitra ma'am, volume theek hai?
All clear, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Friends, go back to this original identity. This is called as affirmation. Affirmation are truthful statement of the reality. I am light within, and I radiate that light. Absolute clarity, complete understanding of the true knowledge. I am a divine energy in a human form. The body is a means for the divine energy, and it is divine. वो बहुत शुद्ध है, बहुत शक्तिशाली है, भरपूर है सुख से, शांति से, लवफुल है। मैं स्नेह स्वरूप हूं, मुझे सिर्फ देना है। मैं सुख स्वरूप हूं, मुझे सबको खुशियां देना है। मेरे बातों में, बोल में, विचारों में, एक्शंस, everything should be filled with love, with happiness, with peace, with confidence. I am attuned to the wisdom of the universe. मृत्यु सत्य है, जैसा मैं चाहता हूं वैसा हमेशा ना हो, ये भी सत्य है। That is how life is. Everybody is different in this world. मैं सबको स्वीकार करता हूं, एजिटेट नहीं होता, डिस्टर्ब नहीं होता, बिकॉज मैं जीवन की सत्यताओं को स्वीकार करता हूं। आई एम हैप्पी। लुक एट दिस चाइल्ड, कितना खुश है वो, ऐसे ही मैं अभी खुश हूं। डियर फ्रेंड्स, फील दैट हैप्पीनेस, महसूस करें। Yes, I feel really wonderful. Happiness is a state of mind for no reason and no season. बस ऐसे ही मुझे खुशी हो रही है, मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है, लाइफ पॉजिटिव दिख रही है, मेरे अंदर मुझे कॉन्फिडेंस आ रहा है, एक उमंग उत्साह आ रहा है अपने जीवन को और अच्छा और बेहतर, ऑलवेज हैप्पी करने का। And I think I can do it. I am completely free from my past. मुक्त हूं पास्ट का बैगेजेस, मेरे साथ जो अप्रिय घटनाएं घटी, किसी ने कुछ बुरा किया, सब फिनिश। I feel unburdened, light. हल्का महसूस कर रहा हूं. I am love. I love my family. I love my college. I love my department. I love my colleagues. I love the subjects I teach. I love myself being a teacher. I love my students. I love my family. I love myself. I love God. I love everything. क्यों? क्योंकि I am love. मैं आज से हर चीज पर मेरी दृष्टि स्नेह भरी होगी. I am light and I spread the rays of positive energy to the entire world. सबका कल्याण हो, सब खुश रहें, सब हेल्दी रहें. From today onwards, I will give this gift of happiness through my sweet words, through positive thoughts, and through the right actions. जिनसे भी मैं मिलूंगा, सबको खुशियों का गिफ्ट दूंगा. God's energy helps me to lead a balanced life. My physical, mental, social, spiritual, प्रोफेशनल, फैमिली लाइफ सब बैलेंस. सबके लिए मेरे पास टाइम और एनर्जी है. बिकॉज आई एम स्पेशल. मैं यूनिक हूं. लेट मी नॉट कंपेयर माई सेल्फ विथ एनी बॉडी. सब यूनिक है. मैं जो हूं, जैसा हूं, गॉड का बहुत सुंदर क्रिएशन हूं. एंड आई अप्रिशिएट माई सेल्फ एंड अदर्स. I am pure and peaceful. कितना अच्छा लग रहा है ये म्यूजिक. मेरा मन शांत. कोई स्ट्रेस, कोई दबाव, कोई झुकाव, कोई लगाव, कुछ नहीं. मन हल्का. आई एम ग्रेटफुल फॉर एवरी एक्सपीरियंस आई हैव. जो कुछ हुआ मेरे साथ, उसने मुझे मैच्योर बनाया, प्रोफाउंड बनाया, एक्सपीरियंस बनाया. एंड आई एम ग्रेटफुल. I am at ease with all that happens. जो हुआ अच्छा, जो हो रहा है बहुत अच्छा, और जो होगा वो सर्वोत्तम, सर्वश्रेष्ठ, सबसे उत्तम होगा. And I look forward to it. I'm always divinely guided and protected. Nature protects me. My family protects me. My college management protects me. My immunity protects me. My intelligence protects me. I am a protected personality. चट्टानों में भी अगर फूल खिल सकते हैं, तो विपरीत परिस्थितियों में भी मैं शक्तिशाली. I am powerful. I can face the challenges of my life easily. I am safe, secure and serene. सुरक्षित हूँ. किसी बात का कोई घबराहट नहीं, चिंता नहीं. आई एम अबंडेंट. भरपूर हूं, विशेष हूं, ब्लेस्ड हूं. एंड आई एम लव. हर पल खुशियों भरा. जैसे माँ बच्चे को प्रोटेक्ट करती है, वैसे ही गॉड हमें प्रोटेक्ट करता है. उसकी छत्र छाया में मैं सुरक्षित हूं. ही इज ऑलवेज देयर. आई एम जेंटल एंड काइंड टू अदर्स. दूसरों के प्रॉब्लम को समझना, उनकी कमी कमजोरियों को समझकर उनको हेल्प करना. इट्स अ काइंड हार्ट. आई रेडिएट पॉजिटिव एनर्जी. हर चीज पॉजिटिव. +2. आई एम केयरिंग. आई केयर फॉर अदर्स, फॉर नेचर, फॉर ह्यूमैनिटी, for everyone, for the underprivileged, for the weaker. There is always a way. And I'm hopeful that my future, I am going to build it positively, free from anger and stress, with the power of spirituality, with the right, true knowledge. I am a powerful soul. धीरे से सांस लें and slowly exhale. I am a point of light, very powerful, but very light. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry I've exceeded 5 minutes, but still, if people want to ask any questions, I will definitely answer them. Thank you so much. Anima ma'am, you can take over.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir, for your words of wisdom. I would like to express our sincere thanks to Shri Gireesh, sir, for excellent coverage of the topic Science of Happiness. Sir, your thoughts have enlightened us, our minds, and shown us new path of happiness, and this will definitely encourage us. It is well said, sir, that be happy and live the life to the full extent. Happy people attract others with their positive attitude and spread happiness to all, just like you, sir. You're very positive in the. You're very positive. Your aura is very positive, and we are actually graced by it. Thank you, sir, so much. एंड सर आई रिक्वेस्ट कि 21st of December से हमारा एक नया सेशन शुरू हो रहा है. JECRC इज होस्टिंग इट एंड आपसे अनुरोध है, आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप इस मॉड्यूल 2 में भी हम सबको अपने थॉट्स और अपने विचारों से एनलाइटन करें ताकि हम सब लाभान्वित हो सकें इन चीजों से. थैंक यू सो मच सर फॉर योर टाइम एंड एफर्ट. वी आर वेरी ग्रेसफुल टू इट. थैंक यू सर.
Yeah. And if anybody has any questions, if you can take 1 or 2 questions, ma'am, from the chat box.
Definitely, sir.
Yeah, in case people have time.
Dear participants, if you have any question, please you can ask. साइमर्स से आपने बहुत ही कॉम्प्लिकेटेड चीजों को बहुत ही सिंपल वे में हम सभी को समझा दिया.
Yeah.
I think people have no doubt क्योंकि आपने इतना अच्छे से समझाया सर कि बहुत ही.
Yes.
Very
Sir, good evening. Sir, good evening.
How are you, sir? All is well, inshallah?
Fine, sir.
Yeah, this is me, Samandar Bauer from Afghanistan, Kabul.
Good evening.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Samandar. Yes, I can hear you, brother. Please.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, yeah. So I'm a faculty development coordinator. In most of the time, we are trying to invite speakers, guest speakers, or motivational speakers here to all our faculty members for their inspiration and capacity building.
Yeah.
But honestly, the thoughts that we have just heard from you is outstanding. It's wonderful. It's tremendous, very useful. But in Afghanistan, the situation is a little bit different.
I understand.
Some people have that happiness and that kind of energy within their body to have that, but it's really very difficult based on the politicals and some war happenings here in Afghanistan. So do you have any specific suggestions for the Afghans, faculty members, or in the whole, all over for Afghans, that how they should do and how they measure this happiness and pleasure here in Afghanistan, sir? Because that it's very difficult.
Yeah. First of all, brother, it's so very nice to hear from somebody from Afghanistan and you're such a positive personality. You took the time to attend this session. And I think India and Afghanistan has a very strong bond politically also, and apolitically, as human beings, as children of the Almighty. I think we are all the same. And what in situations like this, where the situation is little strides on, where there is a lot of violence, a lot of insecurity, there is a lot of bloodshed, and a lot of bombings and things like that. uh, you know I
Yes.
remind
Yeah.
myself of a situation in Punjab in India, where a similar kind of a scenario was there, almost a decade or two back, prior to 1990s. And there also, the Brahma Kumaris, the organization and the philosophy that I spoke to you about, there also we say that human action is ultimately the result of a human energy. So it is lot of negative energy versus a positive energy. And if positive people, even if we are very less number of people, but our thought energy, our positivity is very strong, we can have an influence over the troubled mind. So if I need to, tell, like, terrorists primarily, or people who resort to negative behavior, primarily they are weak. They are trying to enforce themselves, not through love, not through dialogue, but through violence. So primarily I find that they are weak, they are vulnerable, but they have those guns, arms, and ammunition. Our gun and arms and ammunition should be, more positivity, more of, forgiveness. And if I can influence mentally, say, for example, you are, sir, you are sitting in Afghanistan and I'm here in Mumbai. Look at the beauty of technology. I can see you, I can hear you, I can feel your, positive energy. Similarly, there is a mind to mind connect. That technology, if we can take resort of, say, this is mobile technology or internet technology, how, you are talking to me, I'm talking to you, but we are separated by a huge distance. Similarly, if through my positive mindset, which is full of values, if I can influence and can give these messages, this is anytime more powerful and profound that internet technology. And if I can influence through my belief system, that I would be able to contribute to build Afghanistan positively, and I am going to win, I am going to succeed. It's not about the negative forces, it's about my power. If I believe in it, if I have the right conviction, it may take little time. And if I can build similar kind of consciousness, which we call it as collective consciousness, and if we can have the right frame of people anywhere in the globe trying to help these negative forces, because they are weak, they don't know what is right, what is wrong, they are all misguided people, and firing misguided missiles also to the innocent people. So if I can influence positively, and
Yeah.
and in India, the Brahma Kumaris across the whole of the globe, we have got wonderful experiences of how collective positive consciousness can impact, sir.
Maybe you heard that the only industry or the only sections in the education section in Afghanistan was very tremendous. It was very beautiful. Male, female, faculty members and students was engaged every day from morning to evening. That Kabul University, it's a governmental university. Kabul University has been attacked by some of these bad
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
And from that day onward, this kind of frustrations all over Afghanistan, whether it's a
yeah,
student, whether it's a mother and father, parents, whether brother, even most of the time I'm seeing here some of the family, they are coming and asking that what happened will be next for Kardan University, because Kardan University is the top in leading university of Afghanistan. So a couple of years, I think 2000, the attack was happened with American University, which a lot of students were killed. And a couple of weeks before, a lot of students and faculty members were killed in Kabul University. And the second university was people. And now we can feel that now our whole structures changed by the government of Afghanistan. And they said that you have to start online education service.
Yeah.
This kind of things are very bad here in Afghanistan, sir. But we hope that by hearing your kind of speech and this kind of facilitation, and I'm thanking the organizing team for such a wonderful.
Definitely. And brother, here
from
from India, people like us in this group, we will all send positive energy to Afghanistan, positive energy to the wonderful people, so that, you know, the challenge that Afghanistan is facing, you will overcome that. After every dark tunnel, after every dark night, there is a bright morning. That hope, we will all join and we will try our best to make this world a better place for
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah.
Nice for talking to you, sir. Yeah. I will be there in the program.
Wonderful. Anima ma'am, anybody else has a question? Yeah, ma'am.
Dear participant, anybody else, please, you can ask. I request all the participants to please switch on your camera. We'll take a photograph, please.
Yeah. Oh, let me smile then.